Format is an interesting 3 stocks in 1 video. Please write down your thoughts about anything in the comments section below. Like, subscribe, comment, see you later, bye. And lots of other packages food. And as a resume, it is 3 stocks with low market cap, high short interest, and they are profitable. I don't think that it can happen something seriously bad in this company. So even if something will go wrong, we wouldn't lose lots of money. What do you think about this? And lots of other packages food. And as a resume, it is 3 stocks with low market cap, high short interest, and they are profitable. I don't think that it can happen something seriously bad in this company. So even if something will go wrong, we wouldn't lose lots of money. What do you think about this? $1 billion, and you can see on Guru Focus that they have really nice prediction, and I really like this grow on revenue. They have 50 plus brands, and I will show you some of them. Maybe you know some of them. I know only this green giant because I live in Russia. Spears Bacon. Investors payout ratio quite high, and short flat 23%, and it is a long-term short squeeze too, because you can see in February 2020 it was 40% in a short interest, and it was only $12. Now it is 30. And again, I think we still have some fuel for last pusher. I hope so. And it is only $2.1 billion. It was 3.2, but it is strange that we can see as this drove down in market cap only $1 billion in 2018. It was 2.5. I think they easily can double or triple in the nearest term. And the third one, and last, was the day B&G Foods. Nice dividends, not really nice long term. That is why they are not super interesting for. And here you can see how the offices look like. I think you can review this presentation by yourself, because if I will do it, it will take a lot of time. I think it is a second company for possible short squeeze, because now they buy back their shares, and you can see a short interest close to 20% and operating income grow. You don't actually can find even a village, not a city. It's quite funny. Net income in millions, and I think it is a really good trend. Ubix cash, financial exchange for logistic, insurance, remittance, education, travel, healthcare, gift cards, very huge amount of stuff, and they have a really wide agent. You don't actually can find even a village, not a city. It's quite funny. Net income in millions, and I think it is a really good trend. Ubix cash, financial exchange for logistic, insurance, remittance, education, travel, healthcare, gift cards, very huge amount of stuff, and they have a really wide agent. It is quite interesting that people from the United States using CRM. Also, you can see here how revenue grow from $265 million in 2015 to over $500 million. It is good. And they have EBS RCS CRM Health Cash Exchange. And this is really funny map, because and you can check it, bring lots of money for us. And also we can see this push on China. Maybe some money will go to India. 32 international airports in India, and now they are opening. It will be additional money for India, largest insurance exchange in the world, and the largest financial exchange in India. CRM solution is used by 125,000 plus users in the United States alone. On 6 continents across 69 countries, the company has a proven high gross and profitable recurring revenue model, with 80% plus recurring revenues. It is awesome. All worldwide intellectual property and development is elite by its India stuff, and in the staff it is cheap. Plus I think with new economic cycle, India, marketing, and even a foreign exchange in India. And here you can see the main slide, founded in 1976, so has 50 plus offices across the world in countries like Australia, Brazil, New Zealand, Singapore, Canada, United Kingdom, and India. 1000. Dubai and hold second one. It is EBS. I will call it the EBS. Quite interesting. Small market cap to only a $900 million. Payout ratio is okay, and profit margin absolutely brilliant, 17. And again, dividends at 1%. And mostly they operate in India, and they're doing lots of stuff. So you can see it here. I like insurance, and I really like it. I draw down an income in 2020, but I think it is okay. And I think the main slide in this report, it is reorder sales 85 and internet sales 84%. It is a recurrent internet company, and it is awesome. Plus they licensed in 50 states, and I think this business is too small for big players like Amazon. That is why I think it is quite interesting, because this crew is already happening, or something like this, because you can see it here 33%, and now it is 20. Maybe we already missed it, and it was here already doubled. But I think we still have some fuel for short squeeze. Super good creatures. Look at how sale. This one is perfect for short squeeze. First of all, if we wouldn't see any short quiz, we'll just take our 3.4% dividend. And I think everything will be okay with this stock. Plus you can see that it was a $1 billion company, and now it is 650. We will talk about the PETSE, Ubix, and BGS in this Telegram absolutely free, and you can find it in the description down below. Patent Express market cap $646 million, and you can see short flat 20. It is not huge, but we are looking for good companies, not some kind of GameStop. 0 long term debt to equity, and I think
Welcome to the video on learning Bitcoin. My video is called What is Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cryptocurrency. These are different concepts. Coins on which there is a Bitcoin symbol, it would seem that they are living Bitcoins, not physical coins. Bitcoins are not something physical, like ordinary money, which are called fiat. For example, rubles, euros, dollars, which we personally put into the ATM or get from the machine. If we talk about the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, there are no Bitcoins in this Bitcoin ATM. Bitcoin serves to transfer monetary information within the Bitcoin network. On this I finish today. Subscribe to the channel, Blockchain in Translation, where the block is the block and the chain is the chain. This is the very spelling of the word Bitcoin. We do not say Bitcoin, we say Bitcoin chain. I recommend that you pronounce and write the word Bitcoin through AI. Bitcoin cryptocurrency is not money in the usual sense of the word, but rather it is a way of transferring monetary information using the bit. They are always available to us, in any format, no matter in which bank and in which country they are located. As for the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, it is impossible to separate it and withdraw it from the Bitcoin network itself, that is, it is not inseparably connected to the network itself. The technology that lies in the Bitcoin network itself is called the block. But for example, there is money inside this turnover, and we can go and withdraw cash through an ATM and we can say that euros dollars exist by themselves, even if they will not be in this international money turnover. If we give an analogy with money, we have a turnover of dollars around the world, there are transfers in dollars and in euros. They rotate these same pieces of paper. But now everything is in digital format. Pieces of paper are. This is an example of how you can show in a simplified way what Bitcoin and Bitcoin are. Further, it is important to know that the Bitcoin network can exist without the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. But the Bitcoin cryptocurrency cannot exist without the Bitcoin network. On the right, we have a private key, which is also a kind of cipher, but it is an encrypted address. It is important for us to understand that Bitcoin is not as separately related to the concept of Bitcoin address and private key, but we will talk about this in the next video tutorial. It does not exist in physical form, but now you can see a paper Bitcoin wallet and we have a QR code. You probably often saw it in your life, because it appears very often, and we have a second key code on the right. The first code is the Bitcoin address to which you can receive Bitcoins, and which you can send. What does Bitcoin cryptocurrency look like? This is the most simplified version of the buyout at the stage of this lesson. I can demonstrate to you. In fact, Bitcoin is not possible in principle to demonstrate, because it is a current. Let's see what the Bitcoin network looks like. This is a Pi-to-Pi network, where communication takes place between computer nodes. Because nodes they are stored on computer hard drives or in data centers, so the interaction takes place just between these nodes. The more there are, the more. This is the eponymous unit of account of the Bitcoin network. Please note that this is exactly the unit of account, it is not money. Further, to master the essence of Bitcoin as a digital code or cipher, a set of characters that carries certain information. In our case, Bitcoin is basically the same thing, that is a peeling payment system, and, moreover, it is a detail payment system. As for Bitcoin with a lowercase letter from English, bit is a unit of information, and a coin is a coin. This is the eponymous unit of account of the Bitcoin network. So what is Bitcoin with a capital letter? Bitcoin is a network, a peeling payment network. What is peeling? It is Pi-to-Pi, that is, in interaction in this network there is honey by users. For example, a conventional torrent. If you used to download movies, games and so on, then you know that there are peers, seeds, that is, these are the very basics that you just need to know, so that you are well versed in this topic. As many people often do not speak and do not mention this. They believe that, if Bitcoin is at the beginning of a sentence, and is written with large letters, then this is, in principle, this is about cryptocurrency, and if with a small one, then they do not distinguish the difference between these two concepts, which are simple. But you may ask, how is the Bitcoin cryptocurrency? It is often called free money, but why is it not in physical equivalent? That is, you cannot touch it, and I absolutely agree with you. Bitcoin cannot be touched. Let's figure out what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin with a capital letter and Bitcoin with a small letter. The first thing that is important to understand that Bitcoin with a capital letter is from the English Bitcoin and Bitcoin, not physical coins. Bitcoins are not something physical, like ordinary money, which are called fiat. For example, rubles, euros, dollars, which we personally put into the ATM or get from the machine. If we talk about the Bitcoin cryptocurrency, there are no Bitcoins in this Bitcoin ATM.
Buy an addition, and even less will be only W. We buy the attack, we are waiting for the fall to you fall as the level of the risks of luck. Qualitatively competent strategy. And now I want to draw your attention to the risks increased ethno that would be worth a share cash more, that is, I keep their 21%. Well, you can even up to 25 in the near future raise this share, but if the market falls, nobody knows. The future is not worth guessing. You just need to prepare and improve your trading strategy. Here's a trading god squabbles on the wrong channel. Investment strategy, of course. Investment, remember that trading professionals are engaged. If you professional with a 95% chance you will lose money, therefore it is better invest the math. Waiting for your comments. Write what you think. The news is scary, but you shouldn't panic. You need to work with them, to work with incoming data and trying to protect yourself can be in. There will be a collapse in the near future. Husband will not. It will be possible in 6 months. It will be possible now. 6 months you will be prepared, and then suddenly the rate will increase. He can do anything in 6. Just because you watch this video, very revered news made a decision. What are they whispering to you? Scared? No, you just need take all risks and try yourself to secure. This is what you need to do. Here is a brief explanation of what I am doing in the framework you're trading. And within investment account words, my investment account 1, investment account 2 looks like this, it looks like this. Well, the traders are not there. I will show that there are many different. Just because you watch this video, very revered news made a decision. What are they whispering to you? Scared? No, you just need take all risks and try yourself to secure. This is what you need to do. Here is a brief explanation of what I am doing in the framework you're trading. And within investment account words, my investment account 1, investment account 2 looks like this, it looks like this. Well, the traders are not there. I will show that there are many different. Market originated from the FRS, in fact, in for a year and a half. What will happen next? Will it pass by us, or somehow touches me? Not I know. but protect yourself naturally. No need to place bets for everyone. Balance is not needed. Of course there is something short shoulder. No need to go out there because of the stock held for 5 years. Market originated from the FRS, in fact in for a year and a half. What will happen next? Will it pass by us or somehow touches me? Not I know. But protect yourself naturally. No need to place bets for everyone. Balance is not needed. Of course there is something short shoulder. No need to go out there because of the stock held for 5 years. Well, plus there is also a bonus at the bottom, 1,000 rubles for opening an account in Tinkoff, because you will help someone who just wants to get started invest. But what comes now, maybe it will pass imperceptibly, but too much some strange strong statement. We see how Fred affects the market as she filled this window topic for PayPal. But this topic he just incredible training and our group gathered several weeks. How many a week can be back a few weeks ago? I am asked now in general somehow jaws those people who videos inspection is well you can get in the group is already assembled here. Watch my video about you. Subscribe to other social networks. There I am talking about investments. More this the link below will be on Instagram and Telegram. The cash does not mean that you need to display you need to sell shares. No you don't. I need a plus. I still want to display our mind which was at the beginning of this. The video does not need to be done. Select assets competently and of high quality. Follows a competently high quality strategy and integration training would be nice here. So I want to remind you what I had. Somehow didn't sit down for several hours spend on completely transferring it. I bought shares for this in an hour 21%, and there is a little bit more than half an hour 1% than necessary, but given the current news, it is okay. I can be strong panic who is very afraid invest, or someone has nerves from volatility, and having found a 25 30 even percent hold in the near future. Keep a share of the cash. I recently had a 25% I bought additional shares on Instagram. I showed she told now a little less. She became 21% in general. Owes 20 keep a little more percent more accumulated. Since I have been long kept pulling it wasn't easy even time set aside for that's due to the fact that I switched from Tinkoff to another broker with time companies and you have a different market overtaking will not work and most likely you will lose a lot of money on this. Even will vaguely fall there to buy it is not a fact. The grow up at the bottom there where hang out we will have a lot of water data watched. What you invest yes let's say if you invest on average on the market average in the market you 500 it go there you can buy well you need. So that in the event of a stock collapse, just buy here an important nuance huge such an important moment. What shares have you bought? If you just so at random you pick something you don't know what to do with them, what to buy in addition fix the most likely dream of something it will turn out you type not. What do I use as part of tourism? It's their trade with their speculation now covered all positions on the trades, the doing is part of the action long term investments. I invest in long-term 5-10 years, and I will not sell shares, but need to keep the cash pad on the account. Then the Starship do not suffer from sweat this sharp fall but get ready only this music is what they say to us. Maybe I'm all too intent. I read between the lines, but this is a consequence of my work I have to do, so that money to earn money for trading, and maybe I panic a little from this point. Much stronger well, and falls probably also the principle is stronger, and it's all under uncertainty on the stock market is all under a very strange statement in the media, prepares us as if they were being prepared for the masses collapse at the snap of your fingers want so by the market for manipulating what you know. Their warning let's get if you are interested too. I will give you information. Here is the 19th year. Here are such here interesting flow on the breakdown of the level. Here I am everything fixed there grew up on wrong strongly. Of course he is anyway fixed in that fell again 3 times 4 depending on the coin. Now it is growing. Managed $1 million crypto fund. Then there was control here at all perfect pattern. You can be stunned. And I went out under such cartridges. Save the fund 600,000 it was. Now I will show for example on the trading channel too. I show it all naturally. Growth and Rosary going west, she is usually on some bullshit draw complex holes difficult you yourself, but now it is very clear the market is unfolding very clearly this everything under the news, background it happens can the chickish grow up, and therefore a new one maxim fly, I won't be surprised at anything after tenfold growth. But what's happening now? I already have such a video. I saw it in Firstly 2021 years is a record year according to my income. Although it is past here literally 2 months we were evil months record profitability last month, so I took it out a couple of times in the footsteps battle in 2 months in fact a record beat its annual profitability in general that's so strong Ridge RST, and what are you understood, and what is happening now I do not I've seen for 2 years the last time here such output see walnuts. The question seems to be created here a little investor attention is distracted, and blurred focus is risk as I am with this risk struggling first. As for my many people ask about trading I don't know why apparently it's interesting a little here I will make an excursion. What is happening on the crypto market now? I have not seen currencies for 2 leaflets for some reason in the media now published in one way or another media now. Here's another published that fares are still on ecology. Looks here, ecology can you need to negatively affect the economy is to pay attention to what kind of ecology, how to negatively affect the economy. Apparently getting ready for me on click. I don't know how to raise a finger and dumpy not to blame. Yes, well, nevertheless read this news press already somewhere in the direction of the deck they look without. Some theses are absolutely water, some statements are not very good at all. It is clear why this is there, why there. Accordingly, the shares will fall sharply. Shares all other risky assets volume. By the way, real estate is also a record bella over the past year against the background of the fact that we sometimes forget the interest rate real estate will suffer too. So, while the rate of the FRS has not yet been raised, we will increase, and the market will collapse, if so will happen. And why should I buy stocks? Will now wait for their lower cheaper in parallel with those who are sitting in promotions. They are their footsteps will go, for example, to speculators. More short will start, more offers, less demand for. Parallel to the fact, if the FRS raises the rate is clear, the matter will now be less demand for shares. Accordingly, investors will want buy cheaper. They understand them have already programmed, not even that understands both the FRS and the rate on the price. Assets in them have already been programmed. They said that here we are gradually, now we are gradually creating statements after us. In fact, for almost a year they talked about the fact that before the age of 23 0% will surely somehow moment will refuse help. We have fixed it now. Stock the market is under pressure. The stock market declines amid negative news from us. Central for the markets to crash. The manipulation seems to pass programming as well as between lines. Now I'm 100% sure of it. It will be what you know. We are rather picking everything up earlier. It will be gradually. We will most likely you there. We will tell all this in advance. We will explain. We will do. That is, if I told you before that in the media they still publish information that before the age of 23, the rate will be 0%. If you read between the lines, it is clear that they are no longer sure about it. And it goes preparing investors for what when raises the rate at the snap of his finger. The economy recovered faster than expected, largely due to the incentive and vaccines. This will allow the central bank refuse help at some point. At least he says it will pass very gradually with more transparency. Refuse help at some point affects the revaluation of risk assets type of shares, and even more risky type. We only trade cryptocurrencies, but how for Crimea is not worth anything at all, have grown 10 times in a year. So now we learn what Pavel is saying. Part left at 0, and in fact 0% we see now 0.2 to be more precise. We mean 0 yield on reliable asset, which is just the same. 0% we do not plan it yet. Increase, pay attention to not we plan and increase. That is, between the lines if you read, you understand that it's not also definitely a plus to the meeting of the SFRS part under the chairman, voted for the rate hike is already big. You need to fix the current rhetoric. FRS USA, if still 10 months ago us said that the rate of 0% would be some time has passed until 2023. And the rhetoric gradually changed. It worsened from the point of view of investors, and just recently we had a meeting of the FRS, where we were told that yes, we leave until 23 of the year. The rate is probably the rate will be up to 23. English and American and other Ajax bonds team projects daily. The internet market always provides you actual databases. Functional are also free admission functions available by subscription. Downloading these plans makes life easier. Investors link in the worth paying attention. App div plan calculates plan dividend coupon income your portfolio for the year ahead. It works. Just type the plan into the div. Interested in bonds from the stock, get calendars forecast of payments in application. More than 40,000 Russian, and it seems all the same. Fix the next moment, which I will show after a small advertising pause. Use Excel for counting. You know how to pay off your investments. Here they take energy time, so here are the tables. There has long been a convenient replacement for which worth paying. FRS rates in principle, one way or another. Any hype topic in recent months closes in on this. In parallel with us, there is news that the economy restored this floor we fix. It seems like there are more and more workers in our hands. Everything is wonderful. Less people applying for unemployment benefits. I saw such situations in trading and give us a couple of examples of how I use them. Remember, in order to understand that happening now. News main news last month: inflation freeze money printing, zero interest rate FRS, expensive assets bubbles due. Why is the tension in the stock market a little higher now? How pride? Guess I'll tell you what I am. Have you read any news interpreting what I'm waiting for next? And why there are so many risks now? I have not seen investments in my life. Tension, and what is it connected with? There are many factors before the moreover trader, and even more so investor on the chart watching. 90% do not understand at all what is going on. I have a guess. You know that there is uncertainty, but investors and they sell not buy speculators are sitting there trading play now bought or sold now here at us definitely increased vol remarkably depreciated our ruble and now currencies there grew up at this moment. Usually here we have a negative correlation on our market from our market. And behold the American stock market, which is slightly there is nothing interesting going down here ours, a slightly expanding volatility and it is in an uptrend. Interesting stressful situation enough potential was an outlet well in terms of those analysis potential was going beyond support there the sale would start, all began to massively record the Ministry of Finance still has its losses, who promised to buy back $1 more, and still worked more. Do not trade for a long time, do not speculate with I was just an investment. That was important understanding important clarification comments for new viewers who I don't know what I'm doing to understand I am right this is how it looks now the market ruble bad ruble here he is bad for them. How are you? You see he grew up there by 15% long rounded ruble fell devaluation takes place here everything was great. The news that I will tell you I hope today will make you think about the correctness your actions decisions on financial market. Because what happens now I haven't been long enough a little background I as you know a mushroom trader in the foreign exchange market on and stock market investor scripts I money earn Adam's main job I bring them into stocks I invest in.